Holiness, the Acharya of Shree Swaminarayan Gadi Sansthan Priyadasaje Samwerashe Maharaj, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, distinguished guests, our dear children, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure today to be part of the presentation ceremony of assistive devices for our dear children as a way of alleviating the challenges posed by a disability upon the well-being, education, and the livelihood of our citizens. The kindness of the Shree Swaminarayan Gadi Temple fraternity in assisting us with the valuable hearing aids and mobility support equipment is a most welcome and timely intervention against the problems faced by the hearing impaired and the physically challenged children, which affects their education, health, and general welfare. We very highly appreciate the spirit of concern and attention to the less fortunate members of our great republic, which should be the best mark of a true Kenyan. This is indeed a small step for a man, but a giant leap for mankind. We therefore wish you all blessings and goodwill, for you have done what is right and just for humanity. We will faithfully account for the donation, and we seek even a closer relationship with you, Your Holiness, and your community, as we together strive to uplift the living standards for the deaf and hard of hearing children who are with us. Those are the girls from Machakos School for the Deaf who have come to represent the rest. And those are the boys sitting behind there with their teachers and our society members. They are saying thank you, thank you. They say their way of clapping to show indication is lifting the hands because they cannot hear you clapping. And therefore, on their behalf, Your Excellency, we also want to thank you once again for this gesture. Thank you. May God bless everyone.
Your Holiness, welcome to Kenya. I say those words on behalf of many, many Kenyans who have great admiration for the way you lead this community in humility and service to humanity. I had occasion to briefly meet you at the airport, and a friend brought me a wonderful photograph. When I saw it, I said I must come. And that was Mwauda and a few other friends. Thank you for the wonderful work you are doing as the Swaminarayan Temple and a community that is dedicated to helping the less fortunate members of the Kenyan society, of which you truly are a very important part. Kenya has been not only reorganized, but actually constitutionally reborn. And with that rebirth of this nation and a new constitution, everybody has been made to recognize the need to have those in our midst who are, for one reason or another, disadvantaged, either because of physical disability or whatever type of disability. In the hearing impairment, Maninagar, I want to thank you for the wonderful words that you have said. Mr. George Muhe and your wonderful wife, thank you for being the trailblazers. To deal with a child who has cerebral palsy is not easy. and you have taken it upon yourself to think wider, and obviously, even as you think of your child. The Constitution recognizes that not even the political parties, some of them may be deregistered if they do not comply with the need to have persons with a disability given special recognition, including leadership positions. And this is very, very serious. And I'm so proud that our country has taken that tremendous step. A child, a Kenyan child, or a Kenyan parent who is disabled must be given their due recognition. In fact, they say, the adage says, disability is not inability. And I want to thank those in our midst who will reach out to them, including this community. I've heard the name Sagani mentioned severally here. I hope we can all turn out to be Saganis and help the less fortunate. I'm quite sure His Holiness will bless all of us even more. And therefore, I must conclude my remarks by addressing members of this community and other communities of Kenyans of Asian origin in particular. I've had occasion to say this before, but please hear me. We have to get back from wherever we fled, to Australia, to Canada, back to Kenya. This is our home. I use strong language like fleed. You fled. The relatives were fled because of Idi Amin. East Africa has changed. I met a member of this community who works and is really done so well in Canada. And he said to me, I'm very thankful to Idi Amin, Dada. I said, anybody thanking Idi Amin must be out of their mind. But he said it was because of what he did that his mind was opened and he's become very successful. Perhaps had it not been because of Idi Amin, he would never have left Uganda, he probably would never have prospered the way he did. But that is neither here nor there. The important thing is we now have East African community expanded. I know that you are gifted in business, and business opportunities are abounding everywhere. Yes, I would want to see Bollywood in Kenya. You see, if Nigerians can do Nollywood, yeah, we should really have Kenolu. What is it? Kenwood? And you can start it here. The example of an emerging India, a member effectively of the new economic bloc referred to commonly as BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China. We can bring India to Kenya. And as you know, relations between our two countries have improved, have actually grown in leaps and bounds. I met the Indian Minister for Trade just the other day when I went down to South Africa to celebrate ANC's 100 years. And you know, South Africans were so proud. They said that Indians gave them a Mr. Gandhi who was a lawyer, and they gave back Mahatma. They beat us on that one. They said, you gave us a lawyer, we gave you back a Mahatma. I think there's a lot that we can give as Kenya to the rest of the world. And those of us who have lived to see the rebirth of this nation, I'm sure can send the story everywhere. Say the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya invites the world to Kenya, because this is a country reborn, and this is our home. Never mind the challenges about insecurity. It is our responsibility to work hard and eliminate insecurity, but more importantly, eliminate poverty, which is actually the main reason for insecurity. We have to eliminate poverty by creating those jobs. Those jobs will become available if all of us bring our resources back to Kenya and build this wonderful country. I believe there is not a country better than Kenya anywhere in the world. Therefore, Your Holiness, You come to bless us as a nation. We are wonderful. We are very privileged. Please leave all the blessings to us so that this year, which is an election year, is going also to see peaceful elections. Because Swami himself has come. His Holiness is here. Because nobody will get out of order. Because you cannot have such a distinguished spiritual leader and get out of order and do corruption, kill other people. Yeah? Therefore, we are really honored that you could come and you bring with you an example of service to humanity, selflessness. If you deny yourself, you actually grow even bigger. And I think this is the example. Seeing the devotees tonight, and I've just been told one Kenyan who is a magistrate, he's actually a member of the community at the temple. It's truly heartwarming. And our new constitution again, freedom of worship without let or hindrance. And we must teach our children to respect other people's cultures, because then we will develop a nation that is at peace with itself. At peace, because after all, Kenya is a multicultural, multi-religious community. The band that welcomed us is a wonderful example. I've seen those young Kenyans perform during, I think, the last National Day celebrations, and they are proud to be Kenyan. This is the way to go. May God bless you. Thank you so much, Your Holiness.
Swaminarayan nama mantra Swayam Disantam Bhavaparayanta Praudai Pratapa Sritalokatantra Shree Swaminarayan namami Pratyakshaya smisadeti vana Dattva swakebhyo nijamurtidanam Yavaravindo prakata pramanam Shree Swaminarayan namami Mukta madhura bhoga madhura Swaminarayan Gadi madhura madhura Sharanam madhura Birudam madhura Ghanashyam Hare Rakhilam madhuram Bolo Sri Akshardhamanadipati Swaminarayan Baba Ni Jai Ghanashyam Maharaj Ni Jai Hare Krishna Maharaj Ni Jai Sahajan Swami Maharaj Ni Jai Baba Shri Ni Jai Sadguru Shri Ni Jai Swaminarayan Gadi Acharya Pravar Dharma Dhurandhar Sanatan Dharma Samrat Param Kalyanakari Jivan Pran Swamibapa Ni Jai Supreme Lord
श्री स्वामीनारायण जीवन प्राण श्री अबजी बापा श्री the Acharya of Shree Swaminarayan Gadi Jivan Pran Sri Mukta Jivan Swamibapa, Honorable Saints and disciples, I convey to you all my heartfelt Jai Shree Swaminarayan. On behalf of Maninagar Shree Swaminarayan Gadi Sansthan, I welcome to the sacred home of Almighty Lord Swaminarayan, the Kenya Vice President and Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, and all the invited guests today in this city of Nairobi, in this magnificent temple. God's beloved children have gathered together. There are many different flowers in God's garden in the form of people of many different faiths, creeds and cultures. God has created this splendid variety in nature. That is why it is said, Jene rachi chitra vichitra srushti, Jene karuna maya divya drushti, Jene karyanche adabhuta kama, Preme karute Prabhune pranam. He who has created this splendid nature, He who has divine merciful gaze, He who has performed many great and astonishing deeds, I lovingly bow down to such a Lord. Vanaveza kuwatu fauti, lakini watu wote wa dunia ni viumbe wa Mungu kama watu wote uishi pamoja kwa amani na utulivu, umoja na huruma, na kuonesha wema kwa wale wanaohitaji. Mungu atakuwa radhi sana. God Himself takes note of such sincere, charitable acts and bestows immense divine bliss to those individuals. Serving others is the most sacred of deeds. It is the most essential of the internal laws of humanity. That is why in the Sikshapati scripture, Lord Sri Swaminarayan has stated in 139 verse, Yavajivam cha susrusa karya matur pitur guru rogartasya manusasya yatha shakti cha mamage. My disciples must serve their parents, guru and the sick throughout their lives in the best manner that they can, while presiding in human form on the earth. Lord Sri Swaminarayan Himself looked after the sick monk named Sevakaram for several months until he recovered fully. The Lord demonstrated the importance of helping those in need. In accordance with this directive of the merciful Lord Swaminarayan, our organization remains committed to provide aid in whichever manner it is required. That is why we are making a substantial donation today. Today helps special needs children of Kenya We trust that the funds will be used wisely and appropriately to provide essential provisions and facilities for them. This charitable deed demonstrates the sincere commitment and integration of the Indian people into the Kenyan community. They are proud to live in this country and believe this nation as their home. That is why they are helping their fellow young Kenyan brothers and sisters. They do not see themselves as a segregated people from native Kenyans. They have contributed much to the Kenya economy and its progression. I trust that the Kenya government will give them the assistance and opportunities so that they can continue to help in the nation's continuing progress. As you all know, tuna karibia election katika ichi hii ninaomba kwa Mungu this important democratic process remains calm, honest and peaceful. May the country of Kenya, its economy and its people continue along the path of progress, and may the Honorable Vice President continue to serve Kenya and its people, with the Lord helping and guiding him. With God on his side, there are no limits to his progression. Finally, I wish Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May peace be spread throughout the world. Let us pray to God. दिव्य जीवनी ज्योति जगाओ, आप करता थे कार्य दिपाओ, मंगलमय सुख नित्य देनारा, जय घनश्याम, जय जय करनारा. From darkness lead us to light, from ignorance lead us to knowledge, from intolerance lead us to compassion. For all eternity keep us with you. Jai Shree Swaminarayan.
Vice President of Kenya, Mr. Musyoka, all other invited guests, brothers and sisters, we shall now proceed with the actual donation to the relevant charities. I request our Nairobi Temple's Chairman, Mr. Ramjibai Ratna, Trustee Mr. Laljibai Sanghani, Vice Chairman Mr. Veljibai Gorasia, Treasurer Mr. Jadavjibai Sanghani, Committee members Mr. Babubai Sanghani and Mr. Devsibai Varsani to come forward and present Acharya Swamishree with the donation. Donation of Kenya shillings 550,000 as contribution for the provision of hearing aids to the children that are here with us today. I request the Chairman, Mr. Francis Ganga, to come forward to Acharya Swamishree and accept the donation.
स्वामी द्वारा सुख न्यारा सेज आव्या प्यारी प्यारी बातों करता सौने दिले शांति करता मीठी मीठी बातों सुनी संतो भक्तों हर्ष धरता गुरु न दरबारे आज प्रेम सिंधु छलके प्यारा प्रभु नो संग पामी आज सौदा मन मलके अमोने श्री जी तड़ाए रंगे रमाड़े बाबा श्री केरा सुको पमाड़े हाँ स्वामी जी हाँ स्वामी जी हाँ स्वामी श्री करी छे वाले एवी एक दिए ना भुलाए वालीड़ानो प्यार पामी सौना हैया नाचे झूमे रात दिवस बीते सोना एनी संगे हाँ उमंगे मूर्ति के रूम जोम जागे रोमे रोमे अंगे अंगे हे वाला स्वामी श्री
स्वामीनारायण बोलो जय जय स्वामीनारायण बोलो जय जय स्वामीनारायण बोलो जय जय स्वामीनारायण